I am excited. This is it. This is the time where we get rid of Kim and we can go and explore and one, get the boots off the corpse. I can't wait. We've been waiting for this for so long. See you in the morning, mate. Take care. Now, actually, a question I've got is, can I pick up these bottles and trade them in? Gonna try it. See if I can get some money from Freet. Yeah. There's so many. And also what we need to do is we need to get on top of the... Ooh, the... We need to go into Kuno's shack and go on top because there was items there that I missed. But first off, first port of call is we're going to go and see the dead body. This is... There's a couple of things that could possibly happen. We can completely mess everything up and destroy the body, which is a high probability. But I don't care, son. I want them boots. But what I'm thinking is, they are military grade boots. But there's not really combat in this game. So I wonder if they'll just provide, like, I don't know, health or something. Right, okay. Going this way. There's just a door here. You know what we do need on before we go in there? We need the torch. There we go. I like how it's a night time. It's got quite an atmosphere. It's not even as dark as daytime, I don't think. I think it's even more tranquil at night. Oh, while we're here, we can check this. Oh, this is where it'll say a pry bar would come in handy. Now, hold on. I thought, right, because I disconnected this. Yeah, I disconnected the... Yeah, I disconnected that. I thought it would have melted. Right, this is it, the moment of truth. Try to remove the dead man's boots again. The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though they were its last bit of dignity. You're going to need to summon all of your strength for this undertaking. I got it, son. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia and the cold draft coming from the deep inside of the fridge. Pull on the right boot. It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot. Pull on the left. It feels like its leg is going to come off, along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimetre or two. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them. Right. Adjust his seating position first. He's too heavy to move by yourself. A great mass of dead muscles with hoar frost covering his milky eyes. Try to twist the boots off. Do it, baby. I got it. I got the boots. T-500 boots with rotten flesh. This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotten flesh. Take stock of the damage. Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up its legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Okay. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirlin have a kitchen? Yes. Why, yes it does. Right. Done. Job's a good one. Now wait there. I just need to quickly do something. Just because I just want to make sure it resets the sounds properly and it doesn't blow our ears out later on. Right. Oh, there's a few people I can talk to. I can go back upstairs and talk to her as well when I'm by myself. I think I want to do that, but I'm going to collect all my items first. See if I can fix these boots in the kitchen. I'm going to cook me up some boots. Don't mind me. Industrial stove. This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostile guests. Oh, they're going to be in for a bad time if I have to use this. Check out the cleaning supplies. There's a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There's also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. Good. This is going to take the hard stuff too. Use as much as you can. Soap? No. Dish soap and the bottle of white vinegar, that'll do it. The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. Alright now, chef. Light the stove up and boil them. Light it up. Add water and the boots to the pot. Bring it all to a nice boil. The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly becomes to a boil. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface. Beautiful. A 2-course dinner of rotten flesh and hardened ceramic. Wait some more. The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too. Just like beef stew. A little more. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam dense with the smell of strange meat disappears into the vent above the stove. Oh, that's right, because we've got a ventilator there. Dump the stock and flesh stew and examine your new boots. Got them, baby. A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect. Master chef, peace out. So what do my shoes do? Composure and save your fare. I gain authority but lose composure. I'll go all in on authority, like. Look at the state of them. Can I twist my guy? Dun. My guy's a beast. So I just want to check something. Composure. I've got like 1 in composure. I mean, composure is pretty good. But I'll take the authority. Now, where was I going to go? Right. Next port of call is... I'm going to go around the back of here to Kuno's area. I'm going to go through his little shack. Get to the roof and pick up some stuff that's on the roof. I like how everybody's gone. Kuno's still there. Now it is. I might have... I'll see you in a minute. When I come back down. I wonder if he's alone. Look, there's bottles there as well I haven't picked up. Oh, it's because I haven't... You only get the ability to see the bottles when you've got the bag in your hand. That's right. Wait there. There's actually a Flan slogan from an aggressive youth-oriented campaign. Faln. So wait, there's some bottles down here. Well, 1. Even though I thought I could see 2 from the ground, there was only 1. Go up. There, I missed these things here. Oh, because that's why they're all bottles. Money. What's this? More money. Hey, I'm gonna be rich off these. I'm rich, bitch. I'm gonna have a word with Kuno, see what he's got to say for himself. Now another thing we can do. Wait there. There's actually a lot we can do. We can go and do the drug raid on Kuno's dad's house because we haven't got Kim with us. Oh, yes we can. I'm gonna save it here. We'll save when we're stood in front of Kuno. Kuno's our mate now. He actually respects us.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Fuck! I found your shack. Point to the shack. What was with the pig head? I found a plate covered with powder residue. What's with the tube of magnesolum, Kuno? Yeah, what's with the pig head? All that, he picks a bit of dirt from his fingernail. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Alright, okay. Were you trying to send a message? Demo tape like a musician? Cool pig head, I liked it. I've got one too. This one. Point out your head, it's shit. Were you trying to send a message of some sort? Kuno's eyes light up. Yeah. Watch your ass in Kuno's town or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off. Well, fair enough. I found a plate covered with powder residue. That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno's Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig. Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes. What's with the tube of magnesolum, Kuno? It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything? He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was. It's magnesium, right? Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a barrel. Don't teach him, Kuno. He's going to use it against you, Kuno. Teach me what? Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time. He looks at you, eyes bulging. You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo. Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're going to OD and you're going to fucking die. Oh. It's magnesium, right? Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. He looks at you, eyes bulging. You're not getting this, pig. Blah, blah, blah. Also, it leads the same way. Okay. I've had enough of this. I'm off. Right, so he had no to say. Oh, she's still there. Kuno S. Right, well, wait, where's the quests? Kuno's thing. Split a kilo with Kuno. Enter flat 12 in the Cape Side apartment building. And get Kuno speed. Right. Flat 12 in Cape Side. We need to find Cape Side. So that must be near the docks. However, we're going to go for a midnight walk. The homeless guy's still there. Ah, look, now we can access the bin. What is this? Is that a bin as well? Locked. Hey up here, piggo. Who's this? Inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair, and the tools used to disassemble it. Capeside Apartments. Excellent, this is it. So Capeside Apartments are up there. I'm just going to explore everything I can down here first. More magnesium, thank you. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Right, come on then, I'm going to get these apartments. What was it, room 12A? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Who's this prick?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue d'Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier. You seem pretty cool, who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth? Blood type? The last time I was tested for Hep C?
All of them. Just want to know your name. She is like a child, isn't she? I thought it was a woman, but it looks like a girl. I just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. I am the law.
And here I was, trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
I was bloody nice. Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways. Okay. What are you doing on the wall? Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aerograffito visible from low orbit. She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. I haven't already started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. So you don't know what to write? Have you ever tried your hand at graffito? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs around here though. Just union cards, and my name's not Mona, so... She wants it to be something true and total. So why are you committed to defacing the building? It's severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire can break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation. I've got an opinion on this, want to hear it? Yeah. I like public art. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't mind me. Yeah. I'll do it. You can do what you want. It's a shithole anyway. Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval. You've listened. Her desire to deface the building. You keep looking off to the side. What you looking at? She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring. That's an old lady. Joyce Messier. She hisses. That ozone whore. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. That's the Wild Pines rep, right? Ah. Madam professional negotiator in the flesh. And the flimsy linen, she narrows her eyes. Something morbid about old ladies trying to look young. Do you know anything about the recent murder? She wrinkles her nose. I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts. Catch you later. Okay then. Well, while we're here, we might as well do an interview. Shadows on the water, green plants under the calm surface. A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiles as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good evening, officer. I'm Joyce.
Seems quite pleasant.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You must be from the RCM.
I'm going to shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Okay then. Yeah, do you know something about these tattoos? That's the man who was killed. She almost takes the photo, but then stops. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once. We've cleared the lynching question, okay. Fine, let's return to it later. Better not to tie the forestry to the backstory on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it. Okay. You're on a boat. Why, yes I am. She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Does she have a name? It's called Cordelate 19 because that's the type of slope it is. The word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name. A breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below the sleek fish-like shape in the hull, parts of water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something or someone. Cool, but your boat really needs a name. Okay, how about... It was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelate, and its hull is 19 paces long. How about Dolores? Why Dolores? Dunno, feels pretty. Well, it means nothing to me. I'll stick with the factory name. What kind of boat is it? Pleasure craft, 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for category 1 racing, though these days I mainly use it for business. How do you like it? She likes it a lot. She smiles. Okay. Not a lot of people on boats. Of course they are, she looks around. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Look around. Yeah, we are, she raises her brow. We're on Le Calou. I thought we were on Revachol. We are, and the city of Revachol is on the island of... Ah, right, okay, I understand the geography now. Understand. I think I've got a handle on this boat thing. Tell me about Wild Pines, what do you do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. So what do they do? The Pines' core competency is logistics, container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. She points to the small dots on the horizon. She sees airships there, blinking. Those are the shipping side of things. Then to the east towards the harbour, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms. She enjoys talking about the company. It would not hurt to inquire more. How much money does Wild Pines have? No. Got it. Tell me something else. No. I want to ask about the money. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. Damn. A billion. Wow. I want to say wow. 20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments. A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility. Where did they get the billions? They started as an exploration cargo fleet, conducting trade between Samorin and Insildian, Isilas, 250 years ago. Okay. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavour. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalising. It's taken everything from its employees to build it. What does such a huge system want with a place like this? You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, she gives you a little smile, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? 8%? That is quite an endeavour indeed. I gained a thought there, I missed what it was. She nods forcefully. There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs. The world over. I'm here to assure that that doesn't happen. With your help, hopefully. says her warm tone. So tell me about the strike. Everything, she smiles, right up to but not including trade secrets. What if I want to know about trade secrets? First you'd have to repeal the Emergency Act of Trade in Ailments. Okay. An octopus? I will slay it. Good luck. It's only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own. Okay. But I'm derailing us. You want to know about the strike. What's your role in it precisely? I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counter-offer. How are the talks going? They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago after the awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2.2 metre racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, you mean Measurehead? Yeah, I knocked him the fuck out. Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynching? Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived. So how long have you been here? I arrived 3 weeks ago, in the middle of February. Okay. So it's March now. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I looked over at Mr. Gaumont. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clay, the union boss. Mr. Clay refused to speak with Gaumont, despite concessions he granted the union in prior negotiations. So what happened there? The union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time, their demands are more. I guess you could say aggressive. So what happened to Gaumont? How did he put it? She pauses to compose herself. Fuck off, midget. Gaumont in short stature, you see. Okay then. Yes, keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clay has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him in the union. Sounds like usual aggressive posturing. What's the demands? There are leaflets everywhere and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker a member of the board, we've seen that. Seems like they have no idea about business. Yeah, I think that is true. Over-aggressive commie posturing. In its defence, another said demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board. Most of them don't even know what it means. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. That's ridiculous. Just so you understand this, but one of the 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. Yeah, that's stupid. The workers can't be kings, the king is king. That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but the negotiations go. But as negotiations go, it's not a swell start. So what are you going to do? Not sure. Naturally I assumed it was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now people are getting lynched, I hear behind the whirling rags. Okay. The scabs at the gate. Did you put them there? What do you think of Everett first? Everett Clay is a man of utmost integrity, do you think? If you can say one thing about him, is that he always puts the interest of the workers first. Really? Of course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous glue, where you and I have blood. That's Everett alright. He's the most corrupt individual I've ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there's anyone more venal, more incredibly nepotistic, and that's his twin brother Edgar. I remember hearing about this Edgar. Have you seen him? No. Edgar looks exactly like his brother except for a lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does. And when one term is forming is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. With a funny little switcheroo. Right, okay, so they're very clever. What about the union itself outside of Brother Clay? The Debadeers Union was once a perfectly normal institution 20 years ago. Anyway, it must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it, and I can respect that. She adjusts her hair. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brother Claire came and transformed it into a, how do you say, she hesitates, looking for the right expression. An effective advocate for the rights of local working men. Yeah, a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Basically a socialist mob. Bang. Thank you for being candid, she nods. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However, must you feed the wolf always hungers. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? The scabs, she raises her brow. You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then we would be a company secret. Then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least. You said something happened to the elections. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman. The previous forewoman of the union, she disappeared. Disappeared? Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Eerie. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play. But what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with them. Let's change the topic. What can you tell me? I've talked to Everett Clare. Or should I talk about the lynching? I want to talk about the lynching first, then Everett. Quite a few things, I'm afraid. She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something. Done. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your name and badge number. Shit. I can't give her it. I don't have my badge at this moment. What happened to a detective? Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events. I've recently suffered from an unusual medical episode. My lost badge is related to it. I see, she looks increasingly worried. So are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I've lost all memory of my life in the world. Shit. Yes. I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Shit, I have to give her an answer. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world is city nothing. Oh dear, she sighs with confusion, sadness even. Some kind of amnesia. I'm just going to go with amnesia. I can't pronounce that shit. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition. Nice. However, she says, with a touch of regret, this isn't about my feelings, it's also protocol. Okay. Can't say any more until you've seen the badge. Right. Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial agreement. I've got suggestion. This is where my manipulation finally takes place. Let's do it. Bang bang. She's a negotiator. Just float a favour at her. Surely there's some other way to demonstrate my law enforcement credentials. I will be frank with you. She puts down her thermal cup. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible. You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain. Like what? Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. They're profiting from this trade. The company has tried to look into the matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or, she picks up a cup back up, you can recover your badge. Though, if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause. Tell me about this drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samoran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years. What kind of ingredients are we talking about here? Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal. Yes, after they clear the terminal we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites around the Jamrock Quarter, north of here, and you want me to investigate? Yes, but you won't get anything out of Everett and the Dock Workers Union. Still, she raises her bony finger. Every chain has a weak link. What do you mean? The lorries, she stresses. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour to the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they are distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp, but in transit they're vulnerable. Okay? Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. Should give you the known look. Haha, okay. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. You'll be indebted to her in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another. It's no coincidence that lorries are stranded there like that, is it? What proof do you have? How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong. Ah, that does make sense. It's true they drove a number of the local businesses to bankruptcy preparing for this venture. I've talked to a few business owners. It was quite the shakedown. But the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients? Precisely. It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, but she's clearly not the type of typical lorryman would confide in. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? We did, on more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement. That's not my area. I just wanted to get to the bottom of this. Well, she smiles and points towards the roundabout. Here's your chance. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? No, we asked East Motor Tract to raise the drawbridge. Okay, so it was her doing. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, she pauses, looking into the sea. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge. She looks north. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour on the street of Revachol. Not the east, across the river, but to the west. The vulnerable, the weary. A cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock, in the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold? Shake it off. She continues. The literature the local producers must get from this terminal must be oceanic. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. I'll look into it and probe the drivers. Excellent. It may come to nothing or may blow the case wide open. By the way, I've talked to Everett Clay. What would you like to know? She taps her foot on the deck. Eh? Oh no, I missed the thing. I've talked to Everett Clay. You have? She smiles carefully. And how did you like Mr. Clay? Finally, time to choose sides. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He's not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you and the cause of capital, no. I didn't. Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would you have stayed in power all these... He have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, she answers her own question. Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic. Worm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth. Of course I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a worm myself. There's a pause. But if you feel like passing on some information, how could I stop you? Okay. Tell her she'll like you for it. Yes, your disgusting tie agrees completely. Let's gossip. I'm stuck here. Can this woman help me find my gun? No, I'm not going to say it. Nah, because she'll know that I'm being played like a puppet. I want to say I'd rather not talk about something else for now if you don't mind. Of course, detective. She simmers down. That's all for now. Done. Bloody hell, we've got so much information there. It's clear you like the hard stuff, brother. The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling. Evening falls. The time has come to take the vows. Vows? The vows of blood and flesh. What the hell? What is my lower intestine going on about? Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Okay, but what's the hard stuff? Fascism, brother. What is fascism though? Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. What does your gut tell you? Wait there. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revishol's problems? The liberals. Yes, them, but also women. Women? Women. Men of the war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scribbled off this world with the rum and alcohol. Women need to go back to fucking the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important, but the main thing is that women need to know their place. Am I having some kind of stomach seizure? Stomach truth. You're having stomach truth. Why am I getting this? Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times. Fascism sounds so bad though. What if we called it something else like a traditionalism? I love traditionalism. Okay, stomach. I want to say that because it's hilarious. Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. Okay, stomach, I've made up my mind about fascism. I will keep my vows for the glory of the Revisholian nation. Absolutely not. I'm not going to be played by an upset stomach. Fuck that. I'm not a fascist. Although I do like this. I love how your body plays these tricks on you. Opt out. Oh, should I become a fascist? There's no better. There's no better than a bit of fascism. I wonder what you even get for being a fascist. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to play this like as if the guy's me. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver. It's one of betrayal and disappointment. Yes. Be disappointed. So where was I headed? To go and see the... I'm going the wrong way here. I want to go and see the drivers. Oh, I've been there. Oh wait, I got another thought. The 15th Indo tribe. Wild Pines Feld, Cupris, Tricentennial, Villagers Alasol, names of Revisholian Indo tribes spring into your head. Set loose at the mention of wild pines, royal monopolies, octopuses and swordfish. Most of them gone now. YBP, Expander, Saint Baptiste, Bright Star, LUM, Resplendent. What the fuck is this guy talking about? There were only 14. Then why do you feel like there was a 15th Indo tribe? Internalize this. Because we got that in that conversation there. Ah, the guy's gone. Is there anybody else here? Oh, he might be in here. Right, hold on, let's save it. So he's not there. Look in the window. What about the back seat? Nah. There's nobody there. We're going to have to wait till daytime before we find the... Unless he's in the bar. Now, we've never been down here. Ah, look, that might be him. What is this? Horseback monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippine kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane. Not a good track record of mental health in that family. I'll give it a shot. Encyclopedia, bang. Thought I'd fail it. What did he do? You have no idea. High above you, the king stands triumphantly, oblivious to your memory trouble. Human ox covers the truck. Ooh. We've got a tank top which gives us physical instrument. I am an instrument. +1 drama. I'll tell you what, I'll leave the drama on for now because I've got high physical instrument. Although at least I can put that on and when I do decide to knock somebody else out. Pale driver. The small wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands and there's a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she should give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your grandma? Excuse me, I'd like to ask some questions. No response. Snap your fingers.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back into reality. The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast. Are you alright, Mom? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
When else would you be then? What's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws, and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
So where would you be then?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new boy date picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you come along, that is.
Who's Gabrielle?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head crowned with wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick and his jaw is the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savouring the world she's conjured up. So I take it you were Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning was perfectly clear. Someone as not your memories.
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
This wifey's strange.
They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true. And they will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from the strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching. Right, I have some other questions for you.
Why not, Herife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Yes, what are you hauling? Diamonds. Diamonds, really? Of course not, she says. But wouldn't it be marvellous if I was? Okay, but what are you really hauling? She shrugs. Whatever stupid things they put in my lorry, I imagine. So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason. Yes, I was thinking that myself. Wait, you get high off driving a lorry? Oh, it's so much more than high. Where I go, Zarif, it's low. I go to the bottom. She closes her eyes in reverie. Yeah, it's definitely some kick, some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later. What if the cargo's contraband? Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in, be my guest? Lock me away like bad hand Herman Nigeldo. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, Lawman? What I see, what I feel? The great adversary? No drugs can compare. The adversary? Yes, there's a protagonista. She gestures to the intersection. And an adversario. I'm on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug, the worst one of them all. Where could I get my hands on an experience like that? If you don't know, pfft, she flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs. Now, what are you hauling exactly? I'll say that first. You're me, Lawman. What of it? Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? Just this month I made half a dozen trips from Samarzia to Grad. Well, that's one of the routes. On the U-41A. What do you think they take from Samarzia to Grad, Lawman? Drugs. No, Lawman. Diamond, she grins. Damn this, make her answer. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Easy. It's a skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. She squints across the square. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. Diamonds are good for you, Lawman. You should try to take them sometime. Make yourself plenty like Eva de Horas. I would never make fun of a real Lawman. Okay, you're not involved with drug trafficking. Then why are you still waiting here? What do you want? Where do you want me to go? This is so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls, look at the colours, blah blah blah. Or I can just relax. Before I came you seemed away. A dream, inactive, turned off. Yeah, what about it? What routes? Lamonda serves land. The western plain, she nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward. The Transcatla Magistral, U-41A. As Estradas to Mirador, all the good ones. The deep trenches where the bluebirds fly. She's just talking a load of fucking nonsense. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. She looks you over and scoffs. You're right, Lawman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me. A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby. Is that all? I don't really understand this whole Bordiero. Blah blah blah. You need to listen to the Western Plain. Okay, what's that? It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boidero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. I'm guessing that doesn't happen. Of course not. I think I see where this is going. The Boidero strangles his beloved and throws her body down the Magritte, then rides off because the Western Plain is calling to him. That's not where I thought it was going. Nods solemnly. A beautiful song. The most beautiful. A true Boidero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by a man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to be love. What if to truly love is to float lifeless downstream? Thank you for now. Okay. So that's a waste of fucking time. So who was the guy she could see? There's no one else down here. Or is there? He was probably here in the daytime and that's why she's got the same speech. Look, all the workers have gone. Tell you where I do want to go. In here. I'm going to have a bit fiddle with the... Because we didn't have enough time last time because it was getting on before the guy shut up shop. I want to see if I can have a play with the the crane. Drop it down or something. Oh, hold on. Look at all these bottles. It's a fucking party. When I turn these in, I'm going to make a fortune. Come on, get me down. Right, so which ones? I'll press this one first. Right, so that's moved over there. Nice, we're in. Or are we in? And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose which has now been fulfilled. To move this container. What's inside? Who can say? All he knows it's special. Press that. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. Right then, let's see if we can get in. Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard. Hey there, sugar. The container door appears unmoved by your attempted flattery. What's the matter, honey, you shy? A tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often have the softest hearts. You're a fine piece of engineering, do you know that? Come on, don't shut me out, let me in. The door does not respond to your advances. It is possible it seems somehow more closed than before. Open the door. You attempt to turn the handle to no avail. The door seems to be mechanically locked. Knock on the door. Right. Might have to come back here tomorrow. And there's nothing else, is there? Just Everett's place. I'm going back in. Oh, wait there. I wonder if this guy over here knows anything about the... Then again, he's not a truck driver, is he? He's went home. Excellent. Can we steal anything? Oh, there's nothing. We're not able to steal anything. I'm a bit disappointed about that. Oh, wait there. What's this? Something forgotten on a coffee table. I can't see anything.
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leah here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Can we
It's
keep
like
this greeting
Lady
shorter?
Louise said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they reckon to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
Bloody hell. Right, anyways, I've asked him to keep it shorter. Where is everyone? The harbour's empty. Most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. Oh, we've already said this. We're on a strike, so no one's working, and we've been through this before. Wait there. Wait there. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble, and Everett sent them on a nice vacation for a week or so. He stops. but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into? Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. He smiles and leans closer. Him and his boys stirred up something in town, probably drunk too much and got into a fight or something. Shit, I wonder if those are the two killers. I heard Mr. Everett tell them to take some time off. Don't go all bad cop on this simple friendly fellow. Okay. But what did they actually do? Nice. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let off some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. Another chuckle. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school. Too rowdy, Leo. What kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? I want to speak to him first. Tell me about the fight you got into. I was the runt of the class, he laughed merrily. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. Had a bit of a temper back in the day, flew off the handle like nobody's business. Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches to his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. Okay. You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everett has a brother called Edgar and helped Leo. Yeah, what's in the container over there? Nothing. So I can't... it's a shame I can't ask him that again.
I'm not going to bother you with a long greeting just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all. And personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
I found it. What did they actually do? Did they kill a mercenary? Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving and words spewing forth. Words, and look, even more words. The guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... Alright, so you're not going to get anything out of him. But what we'll do is I'm going to head back to the Whirling in Rags. When we start next episode, I want to see if I can question the patrons of the bar. Maybe that's where the workers have went. Just need to find my way back. I'd love to know what's in there. Hey, it's been quite productive. We've got loads of different lines of... Oh, do you know where I didn't go? Shit. I didn't go to... I really want to do this. I'm not going to the Whirling and Rags. I'll tell you where I'm going. I'm going to... Kuno's dad. That's what I wanted to get done. We'll do that next episode first thing. Let me head back there. Yes, the apartments. See, we got sidetracked. It's so easy to get sidetracked here. Yeah, that we got sidetracked with the woman on the boat doing her side mission. Right, we're here. This is the door to the apartments. I think we'll save it. So, when we come back next episode, we're going to go in here and see if we can sort out Kuno's dad. It should be a laugh. It should be another person I'm going to spark out. See you there, lads.